I have with me this evening Louise Donaghey, Senior Vice President, India and South Asia, Rolls-Royce. We will discuss Rolls-Royce engagement with and plans for India. Thank you for joining us, Louise.
Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure.
Thank you. Louise, Rolls-Royce has had more than 8 decades of engagement with India and its armed forces. What are your plans for the Indian market?
So we are proud to provide the power to protect for the Indian Air Force and the Indian Navy. And you're absolutely right. We've been doing that now for more than 8 decades. And we look forward to a very successful future built upon our foundation in the past. Our plans for the Indian market are very strategic. So the Indian market is a key strategic market for Rolls-Royce Defence. We have more than 750 Rolls-Royce engines powering the Indian Air Force and the Indian Navy today. And what we wish to do as we go forward in the Indian market is move from partnership to co-creation. So today we manufacture under license in India with our partners HAL. And what we wish to do is to form partnerships to truly co-develop and co-create new defence technology in partnership with India. So we are here for the long term. We're committed to keep supporting the Jaguar fleet and the Hawk fleet that we are really proud to power today. But we really want to take our relationship with India to the next level and go from make in India, which we do today under license for the Ador engine, for the Hawk and for the Jaguar. And we want to go from make in India to create in India, because we really believe that that is where the true value in our illustrious partnership really lies. So our plans are very ambitious. We're working in partnership with HAL and the armed forces to understand how to make those plans real. And we want to be a part of helping India realize their vision of self-reliance in the defense sector.
You have tie-ups, apart from HAL, you have tie-ups with the Tata Group, Godrej and Boyce, Force Motors, Bharat Forge, and more recently, a strategic partnership for sourcing engineering and R&D services from Infosys. Please, can you tell us more about these collaborations?
Of course, yes. We have sourcing arrangements with Tata, with Godrej, with other Indian companies, and that's for our civil business. And we all can appreciate that through the global pandemic, we're all living through together, that our civil market is experiencing some pressure and a downturn that all OEMs are seeing across the world. However, the other partnerships that you reference will remain very strong. So our partnership with Force Motors is actually a joint venture. We have a joint venture called Force MTU Power Systems. And with that joint venture, we're actually transferring production of our Series 1600 engine fully from Germany to India. And that production will actually support global markets, so not just the Indian demand, but certainly the export markets that are aligned to that product line. So that's something that happened in the last couple of years. We're very proud of that joint venture with Force Motors. That's over in our power systems business. We also, as you referenced, have an ongoing partnership with HAL. And with HAL, we have our joint venture, IAMPL, which manufactures components for our civil business. So India's actually become a real key part of our engineering ecosystem. And actually, you referenced our recent strategic outsourcing with Infosys. We plan to continue that strong collaboration with India because we see such value in the engineering talent and capabilities of India. And we want to continue that high value engineering work in partnership with Infosys. What you'll see with Rolls-Royce is we've got a hybrid model. Some things we will keep in-house and some things we will have partnerships where we outsource the engineering capability. So we are still delivering for our civil business high value engineering capability in partnership with Infosys. We're proud to have announced that very recently. In fact, just in the last few weeks, we went public with that announcement. And then there are elements that we we'll keep in-house. And so Rolls-Royce will continue to be a strong presence directly in India. So our defence research and development, our digital team called R Squared Data Labs, they will remain in-house in Bengaluru, and we will continue to do that under the Rolls-Royce brand. So I think you can quite quickly see there's an elegant mix of partnerships with Indian organisations and also with global multinational corporations. And some of the work that we do in India will continue to do directly as Rolls-Royce.
On this count, apart from your joint ventures, do you have any plans of actually setting up a factory under the Rolls-Royce badge itself in India?
So I think the key to future success in India is through partnership. As I said previously, we're actually really proud to have been making in India for more than 60 years. So Rolls-Royce first began licensed manufacture of our Orpheus engine in 1956. We've been manufacturing our Ador engine in partnership with HAL for more than 40 years now. And actually we transferred the manufacture of the Ador engine that powers the Hawk aircraft in the 1970s. So we have had in the past a model of manufacture under license with an Indian partner. As we look forward and we see India's great ambitions, particularly for developing an indigenous combat engine, we are working in partnership with the organisations in India to understand how Rolls-Royce can support that indigenous engine development. And we are looking to form a partnership to truly co-create new intellectual property with India for positioning for that indigenous engine. So right now, we don't have a concrete plan to build a facility, but should we progress positively along the lines of co-creation and development of new intellectual property, then that's absolutely something we'd be open to in partnership for our future together in India.
Almost every major technology company in the West has R&D and development centers in India. You too have a defense service delivery center in Bangalore. What does it do?
That's a great question. So our service delivery center in Bangalore supports the existing Jaguar and Hawk fleets for the Indian Air Force and the Indian Navy. But we have aspirations much bigger than that. Because of the expertise in that service delivery center, which provides technical advice, it provides the ability for our customers to keep on operating, even though there may be technical challenges, there may be queries, there may be questions. That service delivery center in Bangalore is staffed with Rolls-Royce engineers able to answer those questions in region, in the right time zone, and keep our customers operational at all times. Our aspirations are to perhaps grow the reach of that advice beyond India and have the expertise and those engineers that we've recruited and trained in India provide advice perhaps more widely into Southeast Asia and countries beyond India. But right now that service delivery center is really the heartbeat of our operational support to the Indian Air Force and to the Indian Navy. And we hope that continues for many decades to come.
Louise, how in your opinion can India go about setting up an ecosystem for the manufacture of high-tech aircraft and ship engines in the country? And what can Rolls-Royce do to help India achieve this ambition?
So I am full of admiration for India because India has such ambition, and also it couples that with such talent and capability. There's such a rich engineering pipeline of skills and capabilities in India. So I think India's aspiration, its talent, its engineering capabilities today, in partnership with a foreign OEM who has the knowledge and the know-how in, let's say, gas turbine technologies, I think that is a really powerful combination to make real the vision of self-reliance in the defense sector. So again, I think it comes back to partnerships, collaboration, and co-creation. I would really like to see the UK and India working together on new jet engine technologies. And I think the capability and talent in India, combined with some of the knowledge and experience in the UK, could be a really powerful collaboration to work together on a new combat engine, an indigenous combat engine. The other key thing to note is the willingness of the UK to co-create and develop intellectual property that can be owned by the government of India and can be utilised as benefits the nation of India in terms of its quest for self-reliance. So in forming an ecosystem, I think India has the ambition, it has the capability and talent. There is benefit in partnership with a foreign OEM to bring the know-how, the experience, and what we've learned to date. So India doesn't have to learn all those lessons new as it looks at areas of perhaps jet engine technology or perhaps marine gas turbine technology. There's expertise out there that, combined with India's ambition and talent, could really be a successful recipe.
Thank you very much for talking to India Global Business. It's been a pleasure having you with us.
It's been an absolute pleasure talking to you. Thank you.